Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids, I'm being held against my will on my birthday. We're hanging out live aboard the biggest and deadliest Star Destroyer here today, but we're in the Grand Arena Coliseum because the Kyber Club, they want me. We usually do this every single time there's a conquest unit for early access, early looks. We like to kind of get a little sneak peek for what it's like. We do this for all this stuff. Obviously, we're waiting for the Scythe to get unlocked, but we just started the latest conquest, and there's still one more to go. So we're probably not going to see the Scythe unlocked till the end of December, maybe early January, depending on how things roll. So it's going to be a while, but luckily today, the Kyber Club kindly reminded me that inside of the Galactic Challenge, we can have our first look at the Scythe. So I figured, all right, why not? So I want to just preface a few things, just like when we did our first look at Ben Solo, Darth Malgus. Just remember, this is not going to be a final picture. It's just kind of a little teaser just to see the mechanics in action. But sometimes they give us a decent idea, like Boba Fett, Sign of Jango. I remember when we fought Boba Fett, Sign of Jango in Galactic Challenges, I wasn't really impressed, and he's not the best. He's still a decent character, but he's not the best Conquest character. And we also have all these modifiers. But there it is. So we double checked the kit. It's got a lot of anti-Jedi stuff. This is by no means a galactic challenge guide, but what we're gonna do is we're going to send in just some Jedi because it's very anti-Jedi. My problem is I don't quite know where this ship is gonna fall. It seems like it's gonna be an obvious negotiator counter, but I don't think we need another negotiator counter. So unless maybe it's gonna go through something similar to what happened to the TIE Interceptor. When the TIE Interceptor came out, it wasn't really that important, but then they expanded the fleet arena meta, or the fleet meta, I should say, inside of Grand Arena, and it became a lot more important as a result. So have to wait and see. So Scythe, summoning TIE fighters. There's a few things I want to look for here. There we go. Little animation shenanigans. All right. Is it under stealth right now? It looks like it's under stealth. Gosh. Summon over. Grand Inquisitor, it's great to see you. It's really great to see you, Grand Inquisitor. Just like I remember you from both the cartoon. No, it's an adult cartoon series and the live action series. Anyways, few things that are very key to the Scythe kit. We have formation, which is going to increase our max health and offense and potency. And on top of that, whenever the ship uses an ability, they're going to get 1% turn per stack of formation. So at most, they're going to get 300% max health because it caps out at 30. 300% offense, 30% potency, and 30% turn. So a lot of crazy stuff going on here. And one thing I want to see is with these summoned TIE pilots, do they still give turn meter if they dodge? So I'm kind of going to try to intentionally trigger. All right, looks like they didn't dodge. I want to really see if I can make them dodge here. Let's do, you know what? Let's save that for right now. I really want to make them dodge. Let's see. Dodge. And it looks like they didn't dodge anything right now. So I'm purposely trying to play back. Because one thing I really wanted to know, since they can make the TIE fighters marked, I want to see if they can somehow still give turn meter. All right, well, in the meantime, let's do this. I want to keep the Scythe alive as long as possible. So far, it's seeming kind of easy here. All right there. And I suspect this is going to be kind of the ideal lineup because right now, the TIE Interceptor is way too valuable. I know some people were saying, oh, why not just create like a super Imperial fleet? I don't know if we're going to want to do that. I think we're going to want to try to maximize our fleets, but who knows? Maybe we'll come to find that we like to have Interceptor and Scythe put into the same lineup. Let's go drop this down real quick. All right, I was kind of expecting to be dead by now. Here, we'll target this folk over here. All right, let's see if we can try to get this Reaper out of here. But pretty much this is the leftover Empire stuff that we have going on. All right, there we go. So there's the mark. But this is not the spawnable TIE fighter. All right, so they're going to get Terminator off of this. But I wish that was I probably should have saved the summon TIE fighters until that happened. All right, let's get the Scythe out of here. All right, not Scythe, that's the Reaper. I'm going to keep the Scythe alive just to play with my food a little bit more. Let's see if we get those buffs off of Scythe right here. All right, there's the formation. Lots of stacks. That's a lot of formation. So now I'm assuming they're going to probably start rolling on us a little bit here. With all that turn meter, all that max health, definitely feeling a durability increase on this team. All right, there we go. That ship's down. There's the fear. Ooh, lots of fear drop down. Let me see if I can try to slow this down. Yeah, ooh, they're thick now. They are definitely thick. Now, obviously, if you have the opportunity, going for Scythe is probably the better play. There we go. Now they're starting to take us apart. There we go. It took a bit of time. I think you have to kind of wait for that formation to kick up into full swing. There we go. And there's that forced taunt on TIE Fighters, which is absolutely disgusting. And I think that's going to be GG's there. All right. I don't know if that's really what you all are looking for out of a new Conquest ship. Is a month and a half of grinding worth another negotiator gun? I have some weird suspicion they're going to open up the fleet defense again. And maybe they'll add another one. So maybe 4 fleets on defense if you're in Kyber 1 or something like that. Okay, let's do something else. Let's try this out here. Let's maybe throw down a Malevolence, which this could be a problem. If Malevolence is needed to counter this, I'm going to see if I can try to do 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's go send in... let's do this. Let's try this. And you know what? No, we need that first order, right? Ooh, hold on. Let's bring some first order so we could try to knock out the Galactic Challenge at the same time. There we go. All right. Let's give it a stab real quick. Yeah, that's the problem, Yotter. If this is a fleet that requires like a Malevolence, that could shake up the meta in and of itself, because Malevolence is way too important to counter basically every fleet in the game. So that would be kind of a difficult trade-off. All right, let's try to maybe play this more legitimately. I want to try to gun down the Scythe because all those formation bonuses are going to be a massive pain in the butt. I'm just going to, let's get some Vulture Droids spawned here. Okay. They're bringing out, oh, watch out for ability blocks. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Let's gun down the Scythe. All right. Boy, very, very, very durable team. My gosh, lots of durability tied in here. Look at it. This guy... Geez, normally in a normal Empire lineup with the Interceptor, there he goes down. Those would fall apart very quickly. So now I'm assuming once the Scythe is out, it's probably going to be a game set match. But yeah, I'm just, this is definitely, I have a suspicion this is going to be that one Conquest where we're not going to see a ton of unlocks first go around. Conquest requires a lot of time, a lot of effort. And I'm not sure. I don't want to tell people to skip out on the ship. It's probably going to be good. It's probably either going to have the fleet arena expanded in Grand Arena, or maybe even Territory Wars. Who knows? They haven't touched the ships in territories, oddly enough. Yeah, there we go. I have a feeling that'll work. But if I have to use this to counter this, that's kind of a problem, because I need my Malevolence to take out Profundity or another Empire fleet. There we go. I think that's pretty much... Let's see. Did I get the max crate? There you go. So fun little tip. Use Malevolence to win your first order. Let me see. I know, again, this isn't 1-to-1. This is probably the ship's not even maxed out. But let's say I want to bring in, I don't know, something budget friendly. Let's see, can we make a full first order team handle this here? First order, let's just use, maybe get me some Old Republic buff dispeller, so that way we can try to work our way around if we get something in our way. And usually at that point, we don't need much here. Sometimes I like to sneak in a little bit of a Clone Sarge. I don't always use Clone Sarge with Negotiator nowadays. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of where's the incentive of the ship. And it's really either one, it's pulling an important counterweight from Profundity Executors such as the Malevolence, or they expand the fleet defenses. I like the idea, though, that they're trying to make sure they maximize the leftover Imperial fleet, because right now Reaper and TIE Fighter don't really have a home unless you're trying to do that weird Malevolence cheese if TIE Fighter gets executed, which I think is kind of an expired, outdated strategy nowadays. Let's do this. Let's go push some Terminator through our veins. Let's try to get through this guy here. All right. Boy, yeah, the durability is 1,000% noticeable. Because remember, 10% per stack. So right now they have 50 and 1 plus 4, 50% max health. Wow, that's a lot. Let's go drop down this Hunted over here. Yeah, baby. Okay, and here comes Reaper doing Reaper things. It's kind of nice seeing Reaper be a bit more utilized. And remember, when you're killing off, I remember the Reaper, when ships are dying left and right, you're going to definitely get a turn meter advantage to outrun them here. Oh, let's see, what do you want to do? Let's just see if we can keep pumping turn meter along here. Big Daddy damage. Boy, look at that, 74,000. We still didn't even crack through the protection. Ooh. Yeah. There's a dodge. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't notice. Did they get the turn meter? Oh, I didn't. Let's pay attention. So this is what I really wanted to know. They're marked. They got foresight. If this is a normal TIE Fighter, I would feed turn meter. But summon units usually don't have their abilities maxed out, like the Vulture Droid summons. Let's see. Do they get turn meter? I don't think they get turn meter. All right. So when we did the kit reveal, I felt like I thought you'd be able to get turn meter off that. Not as disgusting as I thought it was going to be. But so far from what I'm seeing is that this is going to be a tough battle for First Order to push through. And again, maybe it's going to be a bit more manageable because this is Galactic Challenge, and likely this team is a lot more beefy because of Galactic Challenges. But if this is any gauge, if we wanted to give any gauge of thought to initial thoughts and impressions, definitely more impressive than when I fought Boba Fett's Sign of Django inside of Galactic Conquest. Yeah, man, very tough. I just don't know if it's going to be this level of durability, but I mean, let's take a look at here. Once we get smashed, let's just show you what a top-end Fleet Arena situation looks like. Oh, let's one more test. Let's see if they get turn meter. Oh, or did they get turn meter? I can't quite tell if they're getting turn meter off that. I don't know if it's the full amount of turn meter that TIE Fighter. Like, it looks like they maybe get it. Yeah, that Albedo, I do agree. I think in that situation, it looked like they got turn meter. So maybe they are. Maybe not the full amount that a normal TIE Fighter gives off. So a few things I want to wrap up with here. Let's see. So firstly, check a few ships out. So ship number one, I want to emphasize, obviously Scythe, the main attraction. Increase the offense, durability, turn meter potential, fear capabilities, and the spawnable TIE Fighters. That's really the main highlight in case you missed the kit reveal a while ago. TIE Fighters being marked with foresight. It sounds dirty. I just don't know how high this is upgraded for. Is it 25% turn meter? Is it just 5% turn meter? It looked like at the end there was a limited turn meter, but it didn't look as noticeable as 25. So maybe it's like a level 1 control thrusters, and maybe when we get our hands at it, we'll have a better understanding. And then when you look at the Empire, right now, shuttles needed for the Interceptor, advances needed for Interceptor. Gauntlets sort of in and out. I mean, I'm going to say gauntlets needed for the Interceptor for now. TIE Fighter not really needed. TIE Bomber needed for the Interceptor. So pretty much you're left off with the Scythe, TIE Fighter, and a Reaper. So what they placed in Galactic Challenge is what I foresee the future meta looking like. Executor Bountyers, Chimera used for Interceptor, Executrix. The one thing I am worried though, Tarkin is a, not as good as Malevolence, but a decent counter for the Profundity. And would the Chimera still work well with the Scythe? I don't know. So that's the big point of curiosity, is how is this going to affect the Profundity counter? Because right now in Grand Arena, here's what the meta looks like. When we hop into Grand Arena, pretty much it's the same thing in Territories. Top end guilds are putting their best fleets on defense. So it's usually Executor, Profundity, and then something left over. Usually Radis, maybe Negotiator. But I could see fleets being a lot more difficult if you had to use Executor, Profundity, and then you had to go for maybe the Scythe with the Executrix. That could be a lot more cumbersome because people are normally using, Malevolence for at least Profundity, whatever the case might be. And then maybe they're trying to do a First Order, or maybe they're trying to get lucky if Galactic Republic against the triple attacker lineup. Point being is, I think where the ship is going to settle is it might be on defense, and it might be a more difficult third fleet to take out over Radis, which almost every fleet can kind of beat him nowadays. I don't know. Is that what you guys are thinking of? Yeah, it's time to utilize the Sith ships. If those leaks are any indication, maybe next year we'll see that Ravager come to fruition. Yeah, you shudder at the idea of 4 fleets. We're live in the chat, so be sure to say hi as we wrap up with some final words, Kyber Club. So initial impressions, I think it's an interesting ship. I like that we're utilizing all the ships in our roster. It's going to be a cheesy Malevolence type of thing that's going to be maximizing the capabilities of whatever Imperial leftovers we have. There we go. Now it's coming. Gary had a bit of a hard time turning that on there. So time will tell. We're not going to fully know until about the next month or so. 2 more conquests to go, 2 weeks and another week off or so. So probably not until the end of this year. Early 2023 is when we're going to see this. And Gary broke the hologram projector. So sorry, guys. Sorry you couldn't say hi to everyone. But it's great seeing you guys. Thank you for being a part of my birthday today in whatever way is possible. Remember to leave that like, comment down below, scrub sides so you're not missing a thing, and always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.